What's up, guys? It's me, Sammy Mong, back at it again with Riders of Icarus Scrub. And once we're back, okay, with a priest guide, and I just don't like that guy. He's been annoying me in chat, literally. What's the point? But today, guys, we're not going to be going through the crafting or the stats, because as you can see, my gear, in terms of secondary stats and permanent stats, is just the same. It's physical, magical, defense, and then health, and, like, what is it? I forgot it. Oh, physical, yeah, physical defense. I already said that. But we're going to be working through the skills and my skill rotation for this lower level. And obviously, as we get to the higher levels, going more on gear, stats, more advanced skill rotations. I don't know, all of that cool stuff. But guys, let's work through our spells. As you can see, I've got my setup that I like to use down in the bottom left. And before we go any further, a priest uses motes, okay? So motes, some spells generate them, some spells use them, and also if you have 3 motes up, it will increase your speed and your defense. Well, if you have 1 mote up, it will increase your speed and defense as well, but the more motes you have up, the more speed and increased defense you will get. So, let's go straight into this. And as you can see in the bottom left, I've got Cohesion Veil and Righteous Authority. Now, most of these spells you will earn at lower levels, apart from, say, the Holy Punishment, Punishing Radiance, and Righteous Authority. You have to get to at least level 10 to be able to get these, but you're only going to be working with these two mainly, and Laura's Mask. But what I like to do is Cohesion's Veil summons in a mote for you when you've not got a mote active. So this practically just saves you time in battle, because your main 2 attacks will be the 2 above it. Now, Heaven's Hammer also summons a mote, so you can see where Cohesion's Veil helps you out. If you're just going into a battle, you want to summon a mote first, so you don't have to use an extra Heaven's Hammer, pretty much. But Heaven's Hammer summons motes, and it's just a beam of light, has a 30% chance to stun enemies, and does decent damage. Now, once you've got 3 motes up from Heaven's Hammer, I suggest you use Sacred Impact. Now, Sacred Impact with 3 motes has a 100% chance to knock your target down, so they're invulnerable, and it does an insane amount of damage. Now, at the lower levels, up until about level 10, just using 3 Heaven's Hammers to get 3 motes and then Sacred Impacting will outright kill any low-level enemies and do a lot of damage to the bigger health enemies, the bosses, all of that. But obviously, getting into the higher levels in 14, I've got to add a little bit more skill-based spells. So I've summoned my first mote, and we're going to open up with Righteous Authority. So that's the wrong one. Now, Righteous Authority is like an old World of Warcraft Warlock spell, okay? It's a damaging over time spell. If it's not targeting you, it will target your enemy, and it just does damage every 3 seconds for 30 seconds. Pretty much it ticks 10 times, so you're doing a decent amount of damage, 96 damage. So what I do is I open up with my Cohesion, oh god, I hit my mic again. I open up with my Cohesion's Veil, I then, of course, go up to a target and press Righteous Ability. So I've got my damaging over time ability there, and then I'll start to work on Heaven's Hammer. So once the tick is on, I start attacking him. I do 2 Heaven's Hammers to obviously get my 3 motes up, and then I Sacred Impact to knock the target to the ground. And then from there, your Sacred Impact is on cooldown, okay? Now, Sacred Impact is your most heavy hitting spell. So you want to be filling in or chucking filler spells at your target to make sure that you're still doing damage while your Sacred Impact is recharging. So what I like to do, as I said, is Cohesion's Veil, and then Righteous Ability and get the damage over time on. Use my Heaven's Hammer to get 3 motes, and then obviously use those 3 motes to knock down my target, because it's got a 100% chance, and it does an insane amount of damage. And when they're knocked down, I use filler spells to wait until Sacred Impact is back online. Now, obviously, you're going to have to work your motes back up, so you could recast Cohesion's Veil, and of course, you're still going to have to do 2 Heaven's Hammers. But a sort of little mini combo I like to do is Holy Punishment and then Laura's Mask, okay? So, obviously, you've just used your Sacred Impact. You're going to have no motes, but your target is on the floor. If you use Holy Punishment, it's like a giant hammer. At lower levels like it is now, it has a chance to launch the enemy back. Obviously, once you get to level 12 and you fully charge this, it does launch the enemies back. But it summons a mote, so I like to use Holy Punishment to just get a bit of damage out, alongside Laura's Mask, which costs a mote. So, Holy Punishment, Laura's Mask, obviously go back to 2 Heaven's Hammer, and then by the time I've done that, Sacred Impact would have cooled down and I'm able to get a giant heavy hit off. So that's the simple spell rotation for now. It's literally just Cohesion Veil, get my damaging over time spell on, work up 2 more motes with my Heaven's Hammer. Oh god, no, back up, oh god, what have I done? I've gone into a fight. Right, let's just try this. Heaven's Hammer, I forgot to get my Righteous ability on, let's get that on. Sacred Impact, Holy Punishment, Alora's Mask, back to the Heaven's Hammer to work up those 3 motes. And it's actually working out rather well, but my Sacred Impact is still on cooldown. So let's Alora's Mask again, and then once that's gone, Sacred Impact finishes him off. Now that wasn't the most ideal example, guys, so before we jump in to another fight, let's run through it. Cohesion's Veil summons you a mote to save you time. You then want to apply your curse, your damage over time, to initiate combat. You then want to gain 2 more motes via Heaven's Hammer. Once you have 3, you want to knock them down with Sacred Impact. Of course, leaving them vulnerable, but then leaving yourself with no motes. You can gain a mote back easily by pressing E, and then you can chuck this mote by pressing R. And then Alora's Mask, I forgot to say, reduces the target's move speed, attack, and defense. So if you create some distance between you as they're on the floor, they've been knocked down by Sacred Impact, you can, of course, reduce their speed, and it's going to take them a while to come back to you and be able to physically attack you if they are a physically attacking target. Now, as you can see, after I used Alora's Mask, I still needed to work up a few motes. Obviously, I'm going to be doing that through Heaven's Hammer, and I got hit a couple of times. If you get hit a couple of times, be sure to use Divine Comfort to heal yourself, or at the later levels, I got this at level 14, Punishing Radiance. This will knock targets down and create 2 motes for you, but I try not to use that, okay? So here we go, Cohesion's Veil. Now, Righteous Ability, there we go. Oh god, yeah, Righteous Ability, 2 Heaven's Hammers, bam, a Sacred Impact to knock him to the floor, Holy Punishment to gain a mote, Alora's Mask to reduce his speed. Now let's work back up with those Heaven's Hammer, and as you could see, before I just cast that Heaven's Hammer, because I had no motes, I could have used my Cohesion's Veil to gain a mote, and to be honest, the rabbits are running away, so you should really use Cohesion's Veil. But that is the basic spell rotation, guys. Like, as you can see, it does insane damage. I'm hardly losing any health. And I'm actually back up to 3 motes as well, because I used my Heaven's Hammer. And because he died before I could use Sacred Impact, I'm now gaining increased move speed and an increased physical defense because I've got 3 motes active. And I can now just go straight into a battle with Sacred Impact, using Holy Punishment. There we go. And now, right now, use Cohesion Veil to gain that extra mote, and pretty much is gonna help you out so much, because now, look at this. Let's apply that. Let's get Holy Punishment out, Alora's Mask, Sacred Impact, and a few Heaven's Hammers should finish him off. Beautiful. How rude, how rude. Guys, that's how I personally play as the priest. I like to go in and do one giant combo, and then obviously as that combo is recharging, chucking in a few filler spells or filler combos as they're known. If you think you can do this, or if this has helped you out, be sure to leave a like down below. If we've changed your mind on your playstyle as the priest, be sure to comment if you think there's anything else that could be added, any sort of skill rotation I should be doing, and of course, if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to our channel. But until next time, guys, let's finish off this guy. There we go. Righteous Activist, Sacred Impact, come on, Sacred Impact, bam, Holy Punishment, Alora's Mask, and now Cohesion Veil. That's the one I'm worrying about. I have to always try and get that Cohesion Veil off to get that extra mote. There we go. But now we can wait. Holy Punishment again, Alora's Mask, come on, there we go, and Sacred Impact. Beautiful, beautiful. By the way, you can see at some points when my Sacred Impact is recharging, that I'm using, what is it, the Holy Punishment that summons a mote first, and then using Alora's Mask, which means I'm ending up with 2 rather than 3. Try and switch it up if you're still on Impact and have full motes, of course. But that's going to end it there, guys. And yeah, until next video, thanks. I said that wrong. Until next time, guys, thanks, and I'll see you on the next video.